It's the finale episodes of The Ranch, episodes 9 and 10. And boy, did we have some cliffhangers, so you won't want to miss this episode. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Sorry, it's not. Like a bird I sing. Keep giving me the most beautiful set of wings. I love this song.
Keep giving it to us.
Yeah, keep
we
going.
gotta do your
Here today. I feel like I need to pearl my twine.
You do.
Fly away, fly away.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you.
he does look young.
He does. I love the ending of this song. I know we're not going to play that. But the ending where
Why
it's the
not?
little girl singing.
It does.
Like, the 1, 2, 3. It's so cute. But hey, AfterBuzzers, thank you so much for tuning in tonight for the finale episodes of The Ranch, episodes 9 and 10, Lost Dollar Fly Away, which is the inspiration from this song right here, and Can't Be Really Gone. My name is Candice Cruz, and you can find me on all of my social media at Candice R. Cruz, and I'm joined with my two amazing co-hosts.
Hello, everyone. I am Taquaila. You can find me at Taquaila_I am on all social media aspects.
Hey guys, I'm Bryce. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Bryce Advice.
I love that.
I
Bryce
do too.
advice.
I mean, it just kind of rolls off the
Catchy.
tongue.
It does.
What's your advice for today?
Don't do drugs.
Always.
I
That's
mean,
a
if
great-
they're recreational,
great-
it's okay. But just nothing harder than that.
Don't listen to him, kids. Stay
Yeah.
in school. Don't do drugs. No.
That was the best advice I could give on the spot.
On the spot, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Hugs, not drugs.
Hugs
There
not
we
drugs.
go. I love
See,
that.
that's great. Done. See, that's why you should follow him at Bryce
Right.
Advice.
Hugs, not drugs.
Hugs, not
I mean,
drugs.
just a lot of pure gold there. So
Always. Always. Well, you did give me a little tidbit fact that I did not know this entire season.
yes, that all the episode names are named after Tim McGraw's sons, at least in part 3. So I think that I don't know about 1 and 2, but there was another artist like each season. The episodes are named after songs by one of the country artists.
Which is so applicable. Like
Yes.
all of the titles
It
were
is.
spot on. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. But now I wish we would have known that sooner.
Okay. Yeah.
And we would have played that opening song.
Yeah,
Where
right?
were you then?
I know,
Bryce
I know.
Advice?
I mean, it was
Vacay.
just like
Right?
I guess
Vacated.
like at the beach.
And you came back last week, and now we're done.
Yeah.
After this one,
Yeah, I
short-lived.
really screwed you there.
It was really quick.
It was
and
fast.
these two episodes had so much going on in 9 and 10. You know.
Right. I mean, it starts off pretty. We start at least with the Bo and Joanne storyline. We
That
start
kiss.
off
It was a
hot and heavy,
passionate
and then we
kiss.
get
Yes.
The end of the kiss,
all
we got
the way
hot.
down.
We'll tell
So
her.
it
Yeah,
was
sorry.
for me. It was a week-long kiss because I waited for a week to watch it. So they were going at it for a long time. It was some fire there.
It seems like they only go. It never goes anywhere. Like people just kiss on the ranch, and then it's like, oh, we're pregnant, or oh, like when
Oh, we're
something
pregnant.
happens.
Right
It
after
just something
kissing.
happens. You just saw.
dang. It's like kissing causes that. What?
Like that old tale parents and grandparents
Yes,
used to tell
yes.
you.
Yes.
The stork came
Yeah.
while we were kissing. I mean,
Whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
we know that now, but you know.
Right. Oh my God. Well, this was a very telling episode for Colt. I think it was his wake up call that we've been impending for a while of how much babies really cost.
yeah. I mean, he.
Okay, so once you just said that made me think of the part where he's trying to compare the cost of a child to
Oh, yes.
Xbox. You need the headphones in the games, and you need the extra controller so someone else can play. Like,
I
really?
mean, I understand his logic. I never played Xbox, so
That's
I
true.
trust him in
It's pretty
independently,
accurate.
you
It
know?
is. He
Yeah.
was. That's why it was so
Right.
funny to
Yeah.
me because you get the Xbox, it's like $300, okay, but then $50 a game and $50 for another controller.
more
and
than
you're
that,
like,
I
wait,
feel like.
it
This
is
is why I don't
probably,
play
yeah.
video games right there because I'm broke.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
afford them either anymore.
Not
It's-
anymore.
It's kind of sad.
I stick with a Super Nintendo. Like that was
Like
the last time.
Nintendo
Oh.
64.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mario.
exactly.
Mario
That's-
Kart.
Yeah, that was the
I think
growing up
that
with
will
me.
never go out of style.
That's the only video game I ever, distract that. That was one of the only video games
And
I
what
ever
was
played.
the other one?
Harry Potter.
There's a video game for Harry
was.
Potter?
didn't know that
What do
either.
you do?
You go and like do
Defeat
spells.
Voldemort?
Yes.
Do you,
Like
like,
this
get
is my
them?
wand team, not this one. I do have wands at home, guys.
Oh, bless your heart.
Did you play Quidditch?
I did not. Actually, I did.
Like, did you know that in
We're not here
college?
talking about my Harry Potter.
Sorry, I'm like very interested now.
No, I did not play Quidditch in college. I just played
But
it
a
when
lot
I was
of people do.
I was 11
And
and there
no
was like
judgment,
this
just
instead of those Lego tracks that you
little
do
bit.
where you put your car in.
Oh.
It's the same thing, but you have Harry Potter on a broom.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly I was not the most popular kid in school.
I doubt that.
I doubt it as well.
Yeah.
But, babies are not like Harry Potter and Quidditch, and they're
No.
not like
No.
an Xbox.
Purchasing. Yeah. No.
His budgeting tactics were great to watch. Him doing what is 12 times 24? And I was not expecting Hank to come out with the answer
Yeah.
real quick.
But his logic was so good, though. It was just amazing. So, yeah. I was like that
I
part
was like,
too.
how did you do that so fast?
Well, I mean, how much is he making on the ranch? I mean, he's got to be making some money.
Some, but not a lot. I was wondering that too. Like, how much do you think that he makes?
Or, well,
And his math too, with like working as a shelf stalker at what was it? called?
Safeway.
Safeway. Thank you.
another store that is odd for that town of that
It
size.
really
but
is,
anyway,
yes.
I don't even know
digress.
what Safeway is.
It's like it's like a grocery store,
it
but it's like
is.
a
I
chain.
literally thought it was trucking until I saw him stacking shelves. I was like, "What is
No.
this? I
Oh.
don't know what that is."
No, it's like a chain. It's like Walgreens, like we talked
It's a
about.
chain
Kroger.
grocery
Or
store.
Kroger, yes, like that.
Kroger.
But
know
I
Kroger.
feel like there'd be like a mom and pop grocery. I mean, I guess I don't know that.
Exactly.
I don't know the.
It was a very small Safeway,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
yeah, he's making $200 a week at Safeway by stocking shelves.
Right, and that could maybe. Well, I mean, how many
20
doctors? How
hours
many
a
times is she
day.
going to the doctor?
I mean, when you're pregnant, you go a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to go at least every 3 weeks.
And
I
then
don't know,
closer you go,
and
you go
have to
every week. The closer you come to your
What?
9 months or in your labor,
Yeah.
yeah, you go every week. So,
God, I'm never getting pregnant.
well, aren't you fortunate? yeah, right.
Right? I'm like, wait a second here. But someone is going to get pregnant
Yeah,
with your child,
yes.
so you will.
So that you'll be
you're going to be
there.
budgeting.
Well, maybe not.
you're going to be
you know?
budgeting Xbox money.
True.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love that his
I
first
was
thing to
just-
strike off was food.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no.
well, forget
no
that.
food.
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't
the
think so.
beer and I got the Xbox and what was the other one? A roof over my head, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
And he's not paying rent.
No,
No.
that's true.
So
Oh,
why
wait.
is that not why is that an expenditure for him?
Are they all living with Bo?
No.
Even Abby? Or does Abby have her own
No,
place?
Abby
Abby has
her
her
own
own
place.
place.
Okay,
but,
thank you. At the end of the season for.
But
Yeah,
we
she
never
doesn't
see
get that.
it.
That's why I
Which
was
is why I
wondering.
don't
Well,
and
understand.
did
He's
her-
not staying with her.
Yeah.
And her parents came to because they
Visit
don't live
her.
here, so she had that. That was her house where they were. So,
Yeah.
but I was more interested in that. I felt like Bo and Maggie both really had a lot to do in these last 2 episodes,
Yeah, they
especially in
did.
this one. Especially Bo in this one, with him and Joanne, because they start like we said, they started out really hot and heavy, and then and they set a date. They're going out, and it seems like something is actually going to transpire,
Right.
and then we find out later that doesn't happen. But I guess we can get to that in a moment.
I mean, we can go ahead and I think their relationship I was rooting for it a lot,
Yeah.
thinking
Yes.
like finally Bo will have a little bit of like loving and something solid again,
Yeah.
because he's always had someone there. He's always had a woman in his life, which is Maggie.
Yeah.
And I don't think, as much as he's a determined rancher, I think he's kind of lost without some type of female guidance of some sort.
And he kind of alludes to that
Yeah.
later, But
Yeah. But I mean, he goes to pick her up, and he gets to meet her granddaughter.
Which was very
Yes.
cute.
She was adorable.
She was.
Nicole and her.
Does he still have a flip phone? By
He
the
does
way,
have a flip phone.
and he can't turn off the
catch
ringer.
that.
He couldn't
He
turn
couldn't
it back on.
Oh, turn it back on.
yes.
Which
Sorry,
Nicole-
that would be
The
confusing.
fact
I wouldn't know how to do that.
Nicole knew how to work a flip phone, though.
Yeah.
I understand she's
Yes.
young and knows how to work technology. Like, I've seen
Yeah, I would
two-year-olds
say
work
these
iPads
kids nowadays,
now.
right?
Like, they'll come into my store and they'll have an iPad and they'll scroll through, and they're not even 2 yet. Scroll through YouTube, find the next video that they want to watch, because they're watching all the like kids videos that you can do like the parental control
yeah.
on YouTube, and they're scrolling through and clicking the next one. I'm like, you're not even 2. You're using an iPad.
Yes, and my little cousin is 3, and he says it's my iPad. No, wait a minute, I'm letting you use mine. He's like,
Right.
no, it's mine. So
It's
yeah,
my
they're very
iPad.
possessive and
Yeah.
very smart at this age.
Yeah.
My
Yes.
mom teaches kindergarten, and the kids are like showing her how to do screenshots and stuff, and I'm like, You're 5.
Yeah.
You're 5 years
5.
old.
What are you screenshotting?
Like, what are you doing? Like, how did you...
Milking
We're just
cookies.
poking holes in this script all over the
Right?
place.
All
Like,
over the place.
Why don't they do that?
But how did she know how to do a flip phone is my question. Because
Yes.
she's only working with iPhones and Blackberries and these new
Very
Chrome
good point.
phones and like all the screens that have no buttons.
I
How
don't
does
think
she know how to
even
work a
we,
flip
like
phone?
I said, I could not figure out how to do
Tina,
that.
I'm texting, though.
And we have, like, I feel like we have all had a flip phone, or at least I
Yeah,
did.
definitely.
So, and I wouldn't know how to do that. So how does she? It's a very, very valid point.
I loved my flip phone. It was great.
Did you bejazzle it?
I did not bedazzle it, which is bedazzle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, I wasn't trying to come for you right
Yo,
when I
you
was
should.
looking
Why
at her,
didn't you
like,
call me out? You
We're
need
having
to tell
fun
me
on
these
this last
things.
episode of The Ranch.
That's what you're
okay.
here for, to
Sorry.
keep me in
We'll
line.
talk to you about
Now
that
that I have
later,
permission,
okay?
thanks.
We'll
I
talk
got
to
you.
you later.
All right. Just tell me what the correct words are.
With the D.
Bedazzle.
Yes.
Bedazzle.
Okay.
I did not bedazzle.
Bejazzle.
I
What
was
is that?
thinking, I was thinking, I got mixed up with the bedazzling, which you were
Yeah.
referring to, but vajazzle is it called?
No, bedazzle,
yeah.
You get you pretty up.
I know
your,
that one.
Okay, then yeah. So that's why I was like,
I was gonna say,
do
that's
I
the after show.
After
AfterBuzz.
show? Yeah. So that's what the face was
AfterBuzz
for.
After Dark.
Oh yes, there you go. But I love that he started playing with her and her toys, though.
Yeah.
It was very like a sweet, like humanizing moment for
It was.
Bo. We've seen a couple of those little gems.
Right.
No pun intended with the bedazzling. But a little bit of those gems where like Bo's kind of been, very loving when he welcomed Heather into the family,
Yes.
the
Right.
Bennett family. But now him like playing with all the little farm animals, and he's doing his like darndest to like play, but he's still like, but if you leave the gate open, they're gonna
Wolfies
escape.
are gonna come and get
And we're playing
That was
pretend
funny.
here,
Yeah.
but he's trying. So kudos to him.
He was, yes.
Yeah, I think he's realizing that he's going to be a grandfather, and he's really taking
Ooh,
that
I didn't
to.
think about that.
Yeah.
He's really taking that to heart, and I that really showed. It was super obvious in that whole situation, because when Joanne tells him, because what happens is Joanne ultimately tells him that her daughter gets a DUI, and she thinks that she has to focus on her family now because her daughter's third DUI. And
Right.
Now she's arrested.
Now she's
and,
arrested
like,
and has to go to jail.
Jail time.
So she's going to have to take a bigger role with her granddaughter. And, it was, I was surprised at his reaction because of all the all the stuff that Bo has gone through. He's like always storming off or getting angry and kind of, you're dead to me, to everybody
Right.
that ever leaves him, like Maggie or Rooster or whatever. And this was a turning point, I felt like. And so I thought it was very interesting to see that.
And her little comment too about family comes first kind of thing. I think it was the wake up call that he needed.
Yeah.
The second moment where we see him being less harsh and a little bit more sensitive when he goes to see Rooster and invites Rooster back home and to the ranch too. It was like,
Which I love.
I did
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I was trying to hold my breath actually because I thought it was going to be some joke at the end or just something to kill the moment. But I'm glad they let that play out the way it did. And Rooster's coming back home into the ranch.
Yes.
So,
for
That
the
was-
time being.
yeah. True.
That was nice though. I thought that just needed to happen, and he finally
It did.
it had to take. Bo had to do it too.
Right.
It wasn't gonna be. Obviously it was a pride thing for both of them, but I think Bo really had to step in and be the dad and be the mature one and say, look, this is ridiculous. Let's.
And I think it took someone outside of the family calling it to his attention inadvertently versus like, obviously if Colt's saying it over and over, he's like,
Yeah.
just shut up, Colt, like
Right.
whatever, or shut up, Maggie,
Yeah.
because you're the mom. Of course you want him to come back, but I think it was a very nice, like, subtle hint to him of something he already knew for a long time. And then Maggie had some loving in this episode
She
too.
did.
Yeah.
Well, not in episode 7, more so 8.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not 8.
9 and 10.
Nine.
Yes.
I'm jumping back a week. But our friend Clint came back
Yes.
Mr. Robber.
with an envelope full of money, which it did not look like that was a very thick envelope.
It
Did anybody
didn't,
else
no.
catch that?
Yeah.
I'm like, there must not be that much money in that register. Because he said interest too.
That's what I was gonna say, because he came back, yeah.
Unless he had a
But he
check for
took
her
an
in there.
interest. Did we ever find out why? What did he say? He just really needed it. Was there the reason behind why
He
he
had
took
to get
it?
to the next bar to do his next show.
That's what. Okay, yeah.
To get paid.
To get paid
Right.
to pay her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But then what about the car and didn't his
the
girl-
ex-girlfriend.
So he had to get a ride.
Oh,
but
right.
I'm assuming there's not a lot of taxis.
Probably not.
in
Or
this
Uber,
town?
there's probably not there.
No
Probably not.
Uber.
There's probably no Uber.
Like,
Lyft,
no,
whatever.
Uber doesn't exist over there
Yeah.
yet.
And if your first date, going back to Bo and Joanne, is at Golden Corral, there's probably.
I do like me some Golden Corral
I
though.
mean-
It was good in its day.
I don't know about date. Like that's more like
Well, that's-
family
I don't know if there's
oriented group
anywhere else to
oriented.
go.
And that's
right
like
in our
say
town.
that
That's like
too,
the
so,
nicest
yeah.
establishment. Like you go to the Golden Corral, you better like spiff
Yeah.
up.
My mom was from a really small
nice.
town, and like the Pizza Hut was the really nice
Really?
place.
Oh,
Yeah.
I beat
Okay.
you on that one. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Mr. Gaddy's.
What?
That's where we
no.
went for our place, and that was where my birthday was for about 7 years.
What is it? Is it just a restaurant?
It's a pizza place.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And you get to play arcade games. It's kind of like the cheap rundown version of Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. So are there animatronic?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a really good pizza place, and you do the little buffet, and you go and play your games. There's a very small room, like probably the size of the studio, but to me when I was a kid, it was huge.
It was amazing.
And
Oh, yeah.
you got to turn in your tickets to get a prize.
Okay.
So Mr. Gaddy's was our popular place for
Wow,
us
I'd
little.
love to go there.
Now we have a
Gaddy's.
couple more restaurants. We now have a Mexican restaurant and a Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
So
that's
we're
good.
branching out.
You're
guys.
like
Coming up though
you're
now.
like the one the Abby's mom in whatever. Where's she from? Abby's
Oh,
mom.
yes,
Where she's
for-
like
we
we got
have
a Thai
we have a Thai
restaurant.
restaurant, a Chinese restaurant.
We
did. We have two. We
You're
have
listing
two
all the
family
restaurants.
restaurants in
Remember.
Brandenburg, Kentucky.
That's
So shout out
So-
to my Meade Countyans. But yeah, and the Yarn Barn shut down too,
Oh,
guys.
God. Can you guys
Oh,
believe
now
that?
for the Yarn Barn.
But that's kind of like essential to any small town. Like yard barns are there, and it's just like
What
a
is the
place
Is
to
Yarn
that
go
a
to.
Barn?
thing?
It's like
Is that a
thing?
real place?
well,
We're gonna look it up now.
Some of them that I've seen
I've
and
seen
been
Joanne
to are kind
Fabrics.
of like
Okay.
Oh,
What
there's
would
a
you call
Yarn
them
Barn
here?
of Kansas
It's-
and Ohio and Woodbridge.
Is that Connecticut?
I don't know.
No, that's Bridgeport. God, I'm just like,
It's a
I'm
Yarn
really
Barn.
doing
Guys,
well
there
over
is
here.
a Yarn Barn. Really?
Yeah.
It's got a 4.9 out of 5 stars.
it's just like a
Wow.
little
It's moving on up.
yeah.
Really?
But I guess they have to have the Yarn Barn.
It would fit. Yes.
But
There's a
what
strip
is the
mall,
Yarn
but
Barn? Is it like
It's like a Joanne
fab-
Fabric.
Okay, so it's like you can
yeah,
make.
like a
where
little
you would make your
store of-
clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some place that I would not probably be able to go. I don't know how to.
Or if
I would
you're
not make
crafty.
But if
clothes. You might have to. is
Well,
what
it
you're
that's what I
saying.
seems
was
like a lot of
saying.
people were disappointed about the
She's
Yarn
like-
Barn.
there's no
She's
making
looking at me like,
clothes.
That's
what they
you
had
might have to
left.
learn how to make your own. Okay. I just.
I just
can't-
snorted. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't think we heard it. Yeah.
No, I just
Maybe
called
they
attention
did.
to it. But the Yarn Barn and everything shut down. But Maggie kind of has her like realization again
Yeah.
about the bar.
Yeah.
And really deciding whether or not she still wants to keep it. And it brings into a whole nother argument. I know we're kind of jumping back and forth between 9 and 10, but I feel like that storyline kind of
Yeah.
crosses over of her really wanting to like branch her wings and like figure out what she wants to do in life. She gave up her whole life to be with Bo and to have her sons and to provide for the family as well and to make her own way, and she never got to like figure out what she really wanted to do.
And I want it for her so bad. I don't really think I want her being Clint's driver to his bar
Right.
shows and everything. No.
But she got an inside peek of what life could be.
Yeah, she did. She did. But I just want her to find it. Whatever that is, if it is the traveling, if it is just a new place, a new life, I really want it for like in this or episode 10, I just felt like the desperation that was coming for her. Like, I have to go and do this.
But as much as the desperation, I still think that there was some like determination
Yes.
outside of the desperation, because to me, and you guys may have had a different like amplification with the two of them, but I really felt like there wasn't like a love connection. It was more of like she wanted some some spice.
Her and Clint?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like, I don't think that she's
Definitely.
going with him for anything other than, like, you're my ticket out of
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yes.
was it, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. That I'm fine with, but I don't want it to be they get to, where are they going? New Mexico, right?
New Mexico,
And then from New Mexico, you're going wherever else is next, because you're still like, I want her to have her own ride. I don't want her to just find his ride because it's something new and it's getting her out away from the ranch and from home. I want her to still
That's
to
a
go
good
out
point.
and find her own
That's a really good point.
whatever she's looking for.
Yeah.
I think that she just needs to. I think she's holding on to anything that can get her out of there.
Yeah.
You know? And so this is an opportunity, and so she's taking it. I thought it was interesting that and I think she got a taste of that when she was in the bar at a show. Remember when she's like, I told the bartender my name is Cindy.
Exactly.
I was so excited.
Yeah, and
I
I
have
think
my
it's
own
just
backstory.
she can be whoever she wants outside of this town.
Yeah.
And she's never experienced that. She's always been, like she said, I've always been Bo's wife or your mom or whatever, or Hank's bartender.
Bartender.
And so I think that she needs to find out, and exactly what you're saying, she needs to find out who she is. And
Yeah.
I hope that she does, or at
Yeah.
least a little bit. You know, go just enjoy life for a while and then
Right.
come back. 'Cause
Yeah.
she does have time.
She does. Like she was telling Cole, because he was the only one that was really adamantly upset about her leaving, especially
Yeah, he was
just
pissed.
because he
He
was.
was very, and I think it's more of a selfish reason. Like,
Yeah, it
I
was.
wouldn't want my mom to leave
No,
me
I
either.
saw that
scared,
too.
like-
when he was like, I don't want you to go. I was like, that's how I would feel too.
Like, Mom, why are you leaving
Yeah.
me?
Because you're about to have your first child,
I don't
or
even
just
think
because
it's that.
period.
I think
Okay.
it's just period.
No, yeah,
like,
I think it'd be weird. I mean, now I was thinking in my head. I mean, I haven't lived in the same place as my mom for 7 years, but
Right.
if it was if I was living in my hometown and then my mom left or my
Oh,
dad
yeah,
or
no.
whoever, I'd be like, this is too weird. You know, I would not like
I'd be like,
that.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I would.
Can I come with you?
Right, exactly. That would be so strange to me. So I think that's maybe how he's feeling, because I think it's okay for him to leave and go do and live his
Right, of
life.
course.
But and I feel like we could all relate to that. You
Right.
know, I would not want my parents to leave somewhere.
But it almost at the same time, what you're saying too is a very much like our parents are people too, and I think that
That's
she's
what I was just
trying
about to say.
explain to him like, you leave, I gotta do myself too. I gotta have my life. Like you're already grown.
Exactly. Because like you're from this area.
No, Nebraska.
No. So we all moved
Yeah,
here
we
from
all-
different cities and states. So what if our parents came with us because they didn't want us to leave? You know, that type
Yeah.
of thing. Like they gave us the wings so
That'd be
we could come
weird,
and,
too. I
and
don't wanna do
develop and,
that.
and chase after our dreams
Love
and
you.
everything
Yeah,
after that.
love
So
you.
the same thing.
But
Stay home.
Yeah.
But the
Stay
same
there.
thing in
Let's
return,
visit.
though. Like, you know, so for
Right.
me, it would be okay. Because, well, now there's plane, trains, automobiles, buses. We can get home, see each other as often as we need
FaceTime.
to.
I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Great. I
mean,
talk to
even
my
more
parents every
logically,
day.
yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
Me too.
Same.
I talk
So-
to all four every day.
Really, that's a lot.
Say, me too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
he just needs to get over it and suck up his pride and call his mama.
Yeah, I
It's
think.
fine to call
and
her.
like she said, when the child is born, that's the reason for her to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and plenty of other reasons. I mean,
There's plenty more.
I thought that was a really good. I think especially episode 10 was really great for Maggie, because I felt like, and we had been talking about this. You know, we saw that there was something kind of percolating, but nothing's ever happened. Maggie's always been all talk this whole time throughout the whole series, and now she's finally, you know, doing something about it. But I thought that Deborah Winger did a really good job acting in this episode too.
Was it one of you said that her character has been so monotonous? You okay? Sorry, I don't want to point fingers, but
Oh, no, you're good.
I would say once that's why the fingers were you were talking. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
interject,
No.
but yeah, that her character has been so monotonous throughout the season. So now we've seen her get a little angry, be a little selfish, be a little
Yeah.
emotional, which was great.
Which I was
sadly.
so happy because it honestly, like, I felt like it was kind of like she was such a crucial character, yet kind of she didn't have any oomph in her storyline, unfortunately. She's
Yeah.
kind of always supporting someone else's goal or someone else's, like, whatever's going on. And I'm really proud of that, of Maggie, because she is now taking that leap of faith and doing something for herself.
Right.
And she's making a point of it, and she was very determined. And I loved seeing her let loose when she was like, I'll just take a beer. No, I'll take a club soda. Screw it, I want this. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
I
You
was
get
too.
your drink.
Yeah.
Like, she never does.
Yeah.
She takes care of everyone. And I love being
And
able
she's
to
a
see her, like,
bartender too,
Right?
so she really does take care of it.
I love it. She's like, I still want my olives.
I
Give me my olives.
can't have the beer. Just still give me the olives.
It was great. It was great. And the power move. She's the one that went in on Clint, though. I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that. I was not expecting that either.
I was
but
happy
yeah,
about it.
I was once it did, and she leaned in, and she's the one that kissed him. I was like, okay,
and
maybe
it wasn't
so.
just a kiss. It was a kiss.
It was.
Well, she was a little sauced, and he's sober, so that would be a little bit
Yeah.
harder. I think that she had the
They gave
extra
her a little
liquid
bit
courage.
more. Yeah.
Liquid courage every time.
Yes.
So is that your piece of advice, Bryce?
Yes. Just always drink before you're about to kiss someone.
You will
And
always
you will
do
be
it.
Okay.
You'll be okay.
It won't
Are
be
they
awkward.
gonna
Even
be
if they
as
reject
attractive
you,
in the
it's
morning,
totally
or they'll be
fine. Just walk away and be happy with yourself.
We need to start adding more Bryce advices for next
We
season.
do.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, really. So I also thought that in this, Colt and Abby couldn't find anywhere to have sex.
Oh, was that episode 9
times.
or
That
10?
was 10.
10. It was
That
10.
was 10. I was like, wait a second. I was wrong.
Yeah, 'cause
wait
what
a
did
second.
they
I'm
do
missing
in-
something.
The storage room or something at Safeway the first
Yeah.
time, and I thought once
was
we seen him in the car, I thought that he was gonna lose his job because of that. It was like, no, he just sent me home
he
for
could
the
do.
night.
I feel like there were like 10 times he could have lost his job. He was drinking.
Yep.
He
I
was-
was waiting for
he
him to
was
come over
eating
eating peppers, which I
eating
thought was
food.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I was like, boy, you're eating an orange pepper.
Yes.
What are you doing? If it's green, then okay, I understand.
And that was what made me
Orange?
know if that was ad libbed or if that was real during that part, like of the shooting. So I didn't know. He was like,
know.
"Oh, that's really hot.
That's
Really hot."
But
Well
with the
done.
water, though, I feel like it had to have been part of it. But
Yeah.
it was great.
And then that also, I mean, he was just spraying himself with the.
Oh yes.
Over
And
the
then making
food.
out with his girlfriend in the. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
that big of an offense, but
But Rooster
I
taking
mean, it's
two
a little,
drinks,
it's a little
working.
unprofessional.
I was like, wait a
It's a
second.
little bit unprofessional.
and then Rooster taking 2 of the beers too.
Yeah.
Or the second one he took
But
by
then
himself.
he
but
was drinking. Cole was
he
drinking.
jumped the
too.
first one. Yeah, Rooster opened. So yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, he could have
was-
gotten fired, and I was like, I just kept thinking like, okay, someone's gonna say something, somebody's gonna say something, somebody's gonna say something, and then nobody ever does. So
Yeah, I was waiting
That's-
for it. I was like, someone's gonna come over and be like, "Excuse me, you can't do that here."
Yeah.
Or like some
Uh-huh.
weird voice. I don't know where that voice came from, but it came.
it was a perfect. It was like a perfect caricature of what that of that.
You can't do
character.
that here. No.
Yeah, the store
sorry.
manager, the stereotypical store manager
With the glasses, of, you
Yeah.
can't do that. Here.
like
with the
short and like a pocket protector.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the pins in the
Right.
check mark. You're written
No
out.
pad.
Yeah.
Colt eating peppers while on the floor.
I mean,
First
having
offense, sex offense.
During
I mean, yeah.
The,
There's, like,
what is it? The
several
going away
offenses.
party.
But the retirement
Oh,
party,
yeah.
and that was true though. He said, "Who doesn't, email everyone about someone's retirement
Yeah.
party?
But
Like, who
does
doesn't
Safeway
give
have
someone
an
that?"
email address? I'm sorry.
In 2017,
Very
they might.
valid
like,
point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Another
my name's gonna be
hole?
Candice at Safeway.com. I don't think I'm gonna have that if I'm
they
starting
probably have an
shelves.
employee bulletin board.
You
to
know they
where-
do with people's phone
Yeah.
numbers. Like
Or
on the-
text messaging. We do group text
Yeah,
messaging
yes.
at my work.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But
when
yeah,
I worked
still.
at a restaurant, they had like a full
A board.
Yeah, a board of everybody's.
But you didn't have an email address, and you have time to go like, let me log in and check
Yeah.
my email from where I was working. No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Hang on, and you like go down everybody. You're sitting at the computer going down every single email. That would be really annoying.
But then the second time, I think was kind of like a no-brainer. I guess maybe it was
I'm
too
sorry,
late. I
I'm
don't know.
laughing because I'm already knowing what you're going to talk
Oh,
about.
the school with the janitor, like really? But then I thought if it was in her classroom, don't you have the keys?
But
No.
did they
The
lock
janitor
it?
Oh, but the
has
janitor
all
has
the
all.
keys.
You're right. The
Yeah.
janitor
Come
always
on,
does.
guys.
You're right. I didn't think that
Like,
far
of
out.
course, but the fact that he wanted to join in.
The next part, yeah, Colt was like, I don't know why he wanted to join in. Like that was awkward. Like that was hilarious. Yeah,
Well, what are you
No.
like?
in the midst, like,
come on.
Yeah, how do
that
you
part.
approach people? How do you approach someone? Like
I
that?
wish they could have put that in the show
know.
somehow. That would have been
Again,
great.
that's after.
Yeah,
Another
so
one.
they're After
dark.
after buzz.
After. How many afters?
I think 3,
Four.
3 or 4.
Three or
Okay, well,
four.
I think 4 is good.
But I loved that they they clearly couldn't find any time to be together.
Yeah.
And then, she was kind of pissed. I was waiting for it to go the opposite direction. Like, she obviously understood at the end of why Colt couldn't meet up with her till he could go to the doctor's appointment.
Right.
But I was just waiting for it because we were predicting that this relationship wasn't going to go very far.
Right.
So I was waiting for it to be like, no, I can't handle this anymore. Like, I know you're doing the right thing, but I just can't be the second
Yeah.
person in your life right now. But it didn't. I commended her for being like, you know what? You wouldn't be the man I wanted to be with if you missed.
Even in the
doctor's
midst of her
appointment.
disappointment. Yeah, that was really humbling of her.
Yeah.
Humbling, that's a good word.
Humbling. It was a humbling experience, ladies and gentlemen.
But
Go ahead.
for her to just, like you said, say that and then to pop up at the job. And I always feel like she's always trying to do a little bit more than Colt and trying to keep the romance, I guess, or just keep the quality time between the two of them too.
Yeah.
So just going back to when it was her birthday and she's the one that brought out the song that they were waiting for when
she
they
was
were at that
comforting
bar.
him on her birthday.
So I feel like still eventually she's gonna get a little tired of.
Of course, because she's not
doing
getting
that.
what he deserves or what she deserves.
Yeah.
I think she's like, being responsible, being the loving figure, and I think
Understanding
he's just
and-
aloof. I
Yeah.
just don't think he gets it. I
No.
don't think it's
Yeah.
any fault of his own. I think
Right.
he just does not get it. And with working 2 jobs, like I've done it before, and I used to work 7 days a week, and
Yeah,
you get
it's tiring.
tired.
Right.
Like you work really hard and you try and sleep, but it's just like this permanent state of exhaustion. I completely understand where he would be like, I don't know when we can have any time to ourselves. And by the time you do, you're so tired you just want to curl up and go to bed.
Yeah.
Or watch TV and do nothing.
Well, the
So-
odds are stacking against. I think that's what we
Yeah.
were all saying. Like the odds are just stacking up against him, and these episodes completely validated that point because now he has to work another job. He's they can't find time to be together. They can't find time to sleep together. They can't. I mean, it's just it's a lot. I think for Abby and being in that position, you feel really bad for her because, I mean, I feel for Colt too, but I feel like it has to be harder for her because she's all the extra stuff that he's doing is for another woman essentially.
Right.
And so I think that would be really hard for her, but Colt is stepping up to the plate, and I think that's also different too because I wouldn't necessarily expected that a couple seasons ago or even last season. So I think he's grown up as well.
And I'm glad that he turned her down when she offered to help. She was like, I have money saved or whatever it was coming from. And he was like, no, I'm not going to ask you to help. And I'm glad he did turn her down for that because I don't want that to ever come back and bite her in the butt. And regardless if she is really trying to help themselves because it's their relationship as well, but it's still early. And my thinking process is that they're not going to make it too much longer after the baby is born. I wouldn't want her to feel regretful or anything of that nature, or Colt feel like he has to now pay her back for however long that he just feels like he has to pay her back because some of her money that she saved or could be using for something else went to doctor's bills that weren't even
you
hers.
expect all of this whenever you're getting ready to have a baby. You expect you're going to be working more hours or more jobs or whatever you have it because now you're not providing for 2, you're providing for 3 or 4 or however many kids you have. But it kind of brings back the conversation that Abby had at the get-go of this is supposed to be my baby. With you. So I feel like that's also a contributing factor.
Always.
Too, of everything you're doing is completely commendable and it makes me fall in love with you even more because you are doing this and being selfless and working your butt off to do this, but it's not for us.
Me.
No.
Me or us or whatever that may be, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm in
it's
total
just
agreement.
too complex. It's a too complicated situation. It really is. It's very tricky.
Yeah. And we don't even know, in to go to the very end, we don't even know what's going to happen now with the baby.
Yeah.
Right.
They left us on the biggest cliffhanger
Which
I've ever
sucks.
had.
It's so bad.
Oh,
Yes.
God, I
That's
literally was
really
sitting out there and I went,
so
what?
I
terrible.
was saying, you better not end. You better not
Yeah.
end. I was like, you better not. And then the credits start rolling. I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
But we don't know. So Colt gets this phone call from Mary, and they apparently had gone to the doctor's appointment earlier in the day. Everything was fine. And then now all we hear is him what? Something's wrong with the baby. I'll be right there. That's it.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be a miscarriage. It could be her going into early labor. It could be I don't even
A number
know.
of things.
I mean, I don't think it could be that early labor.
That would be super
That'd be-
early.
That-
maybe
I mean, it could.
maybe it's a
Kinda
devout baby. I mean, maybe
It's ready to
a
go in 3
divine,
months.
baby.
3 months.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because we know that she's at least 3 months pregnant because Maggie made the comment of the baby's
6
not coming
months
for
or
6
so.
months.
Right.
So,
Oh, no,
So
that's
we
Six
do
or
know
7
that.
months. Yeah.
but she's not showing that much yet at all.
No.
but she's pregnancy glow.
That's what I was
he
gonna say. So
said.
when he said that, I expected to see maybe like a little bump, but when she came
Well, you
around
don't
to walk
really
in the
show
show,
till
so
your
yeah,
second trimester.
yeah, so yeah, it's
Yeah,
still
what
early.
do you think could be the problem?
I don't know.
think
There's so many things that could go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could. I mean, I feel like it will be one or the, like we were talking before. It'll be one extreme. It'll be like nothing, or it'll be like she lost the baby.
Yeah.
I think. Which,
And her being so young too, she's 23. I mean, there's a lot of young women that have babies that there's no complications, but at the same time,
Right.
she is still young, and
that can be a factor.
it could be.
Oh.
It can be a factor for either extreme of the age. Like
Yeah.
if you're either too young or if you're too old.
Right.
Too young, both body issues, developmental
Both, yes,
reasons.
developmental.
to
But I think
carry
at
the child
23 is
long-term,
typically
so.
when you're supposed to like the woman's ready
Adult,
to have
yeah.
a baby, but at the same time she's still young and like we don't know what she's doing for like health, and if they're having a hard time paying for doctor's bills, like if she's getting the right things that she needs. There's a lot of things that could go
Yeah.
wrong with it, so I have no idea. But it was the worst cliffhanger I've ever had. I was like,
So what are you hoping on that aspect as far as Heather and the baby?
well, I
next
obviously
season?
hope that Heather and the baby are okay, because I mean, I was really excited to see a little Bennett.
Bryce?
Gosh, I mean, I agree. Obviously, I don't want like a baby to die, but I think that if she did lose the baby, it would uncomplicate things a lot more. But I don't think that that'll be the case.
I just gave you the eye.
I know.
Wait,
I know. I was
what?
like, what? But I mean, if she
it's- yeah.
hopefully nothing's wrong. I'm sure nothing will be.
What if she goes on bed rest and Colt has to like be by her side all the time?
Yeah,
See-
that's
Maybe that's where it goes,
That's
where she's
good.
like, she can't move. Like she's bedridden for like the next 6 months, which that would be horrible.
Yeah.
It would be. But there are people who have
Yeah.
been bedridden during pregnancy for,
Yeah.
if not
What if
that
she's
long.
pregnant with twins?
well. Then she'd definitely be bedridden then.
Ooh, yeah.
But that
Or
would be
what
huge.
if it's nothing and Mary just said that to screw with Colt?
Maybe it's just gas.
Yeah. Or,
I mean,
It could
yeah,
be.
it could
Yeah.
be gas.
gosh.
We're just making really light of a really scary
I
situation.
know. Seriously.
Don't.
I mean,
But yeah,
uh,
they left us hanging. But they're coming back next season, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I hope so.
As far as it looks like.
Yeah.
So.
Then we'll certainly know. I don't know if they would leave it. Well, maybe they would, but I don't think that. I feel like they wouldn't leave us with such a cliffhanger. Although all these episodes have cliffhangers, sort of. They lead you into the next one, which is what Netflix does. They're smart, but
They're very smart.
But this one especially was very interesting.
So, what are your predictions for every other character other than this unborn baby?
Okay.
Where are we
Run
leaving
down.
leaving off? Like, what do you think about Bo and Joanne?
I think Bo and Joanne's trying to protect her family and focus on her family, which I think that's going to open or soften Bo's heart. He's doing the same thing essentially on his side too. So I think they're going to come together, have some type of conversation, dinner, Golden Corral or something, and they will eventually see that they're doing the same thing and be each other's support system to also make their relationship kind of back on track. And I think he's going to try to step in and also be a role somehow in Nicole's life if she does end up staying with Joanne while her mom's in jail.
That's
So
an
that
interesting
would be
point.
my part.
What about you?
I think that I definitely don't think that it's the end for them, but I think that it'll be, I don't know, I get sort of a friendship thing. I have a feeling that Bo will, I don't know. I mean, I still think Bo and Maggie will somehow get together, but
I'm with you.
But I don't know if it'll be then or whatever. I think that he will be a friend of hers for sure, though, because I think they're not really kindred spirits, I guess, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that though.
They're-
There's a lot that very similar, like
yeah, I mean,
similar
they kind of
personalities.
they have kind of animosity with their children. You know, they've seemingly sort of been alone for a while. So maybe.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that it'll just turn back into a friendship, and I think the timing wasn't right. I think he's still gonna be pining after Maggie.
Yeah.
I would love for him to chase after Maggie after she leaves.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's what I hope for Bo.
because she moved to where he was to be with him, so that would be a
I
good
would love
point.
to see
yeah.
him chase after her.
And he does sternly say, like, I don't want you to go either.
Of course
Because, you
not.
know, again, she's a big part of his life.
And he
so,
didn't want
yeah.
the divorce, did he?
I don't think he
willingly.
did. I think
No,
yeah.
I mean, he
agreed
did
to
it,
it.
but yeah, I don't think it was ever in like something he desired at
Right.
all. But I mean, what do you think about Rooster? We didn't even talk about him taking over the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
He's not doing the
Right.
ranching.
Well,
is his
he
passion,
actually he got invited back to the ranch,
right?
and then
Turns
he got,
around and
then,
he's like,
then he
I
took the
don't want
bar. I thought that was very admirable.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
so.
taking for his mom, taking one for the team. Best son award, he said.
That's what it's going to say,
We'll
right?
give it to you, Rooster.
That was a
You get
nice-
the best son award.
That was a nice little family
Yeah.
thing at the end. There.
It
I thought
was.
that was good.
I loved that. I loved when he was telling all of his secrets. He was like, "You looked the other way when we put apple juice in the whiskey bottle," and then all this other stuff. And she was like, "You just described a horrible mother."
That wasn't
She's
me.
like, I didn't do any of that.
I didn't do any of that, but thank you for telling me now.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen with him next?
Is he going to change the name from Maggie's to Roosters?
No, quite honestly, I feel like he's not going to do too well.
He'll drink all
Owning
the
the
products.
bar. Or kind of like, yeah, he's not going to consider or to still make it profitable. And I think that's where, again, it's going to be a learning paperwork that he still has to fill
Yeah.
out. Liquor license that need to be renewed however so often, you know, just count of what liquor you do have back there. Like all of that paperwork, the groundwork, rather than just being at the bar serving drinks, is still going to make him run into something just like he was at the other ranch. Just the groundwork of that. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be another teaching lesson for him. Like the same lesson, but now you're just at a different place.
I was waiting for Maggie to give it to Colt because of him struggling with 2 jobs, but no one cared that he
Yeah,
has 2
that's-
jobs.
that's what I thought.
That was the one thing I felt for Colt. I was like, boy, I feel you. And no one was there to be like,
He's
you know
fine.
what? I'll help you out. You've got a baby coming. No, you can go do 2 jobs. I'm going to give him the bar.
But see, I thought it was sentiment like him trying to finally take responsibility for the things in his life because he hasn't done it thus far. So Abby told him she was proud of him stepping up, taking the job at Safeway.
Yeah, but
His
come
dad
on,
said
can't
the
there
same
be
thing
another
too.
way?
No.
Well, the
think
bar I
so.
think would be worse. Would be more. It would be more time consuming.
Okay, fine.
Maybe
True.
not. Maybe not. Actually,
Dang
I mean, it just
you
depends.
know what, guys? I really wanted
Because if
Colt
he's
to have
working,
the
what is he
bar.
working nights
You
at
did?
Safeway? He probably gets more hours there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I feel like for Rooster, I agree with you. I didn't think about that, but it makes sense that maybe he would like put the bar into debt, or there's some sort of,
Probably.
I mean, he
Probably not making
or
too
he'll
much
turn
money
the other
anyway.
way.
Yeah.
He'll keep turning the other way to people like, oh yeah, you can have a free drink, or that, and those will just
Eventually.
add up and stuff. That's what I see. He'll just be too loosey goosey.
With all of it.
Yeah.
And then what do you think about Colt and Abby? Are we all still stuck on the same prediction that we had before
Yeah, I
of
think
like
so.
them not lasting too much longer?
Yeah, but I mean, even so, I still don't think that. But they've proven me wrong every step of the way. I've been surprised that they've come back from whatever obstacle that they're fighting.
overcoming, yeah.
Well, I think we have a ways to go from me. I knew they were still going to be together by the end of the season, and could be, depending on how fast Heather has the baby and how long she's pregnant, TV time.
Right, it could be 2 more seasons.
Yeah, so that's
You
what
know.
I'm saying.
Guys,
Yeah,
she could
so
be pregnant for a while.
she could be.
But it went by fast so far. Those 3 months went by fast.
Correct.
In TV time.
Yeah.
Like, she just announced it to him, and then by the end of the season, she's 3 months. So.
Right.
It needs to stop snowing. There.
No, that too, right?
They're in Colorado.
Yeah.
I realized, like, for some odd reason, I kept thinking Nebraska. I was like, it's not Nebraska.
Yeah, I put it in your head.
You did. And I was like, but they're not Nebraska.
No.
They're not.
Colorado.
I wondered. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. Maybe it's close to Nebraska. So maybe that's. I hope so.
We need to pull up a United States map
Yeah,
for
let's
you.
do it.
Yeah, that's what I think I was
Like,
about
right?
to do. Like,
No,
yeah.
it's not a real town.
No,
No, we
true.
just need to know where
Yeah.
the states are so we can make sure that Bryce is correct with Nebraska and Colorado.
Yeah, exactly.
And right.
Some of his
No, they're
vice,
right next to
maybe.
each other. I know that for sure.
Above, left, to the right, down, south. Which way are we going?
One or the other, something of that
No,
nature.
they're right next to each other. I can see it. I hope.
I hope so too.
Guys,
Wait a
it's
minute.
been a crazy season for the ranch. And I dressed appropriately.
Yeah, at
For
least
the
somebody
you
did.
did.
You did too. Your
Were we
shirt worked
supposed
too.
to?
Kind of.
Did I
They were
not
both-
miss? I missed
missed
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm
It's okay.
too.
See, I got my
should've
sweet
brought
like
you my
little
cowboy
vest
hat.
on and like the
That was
Darn.
good.
It was a great season, guys,
It was.
and we were finally united at the very end.
Yes. And if
Hey, better
I
late
was
than
so
never.
Five
You know,
weeks went by
guys?
fast.
reunited-
And
It did.
it was a great show. Like I didn't watch the first season, so coming into the second season, I was kind of like, I don't know what to expect, and I binge watched all of it, and I was really pleased with second season, a lot more than I was with the first season.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
I
they
agree.
finally found some really good
Rich-
gems with these storylines.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm with you
So,
on that one too.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for season 3.
Right.
Or part. We're still confused on the
Yeah.
parts in the
Part
seasons, guys.
Part four
I guess.
is
Because
that-
we're part
So-
3,
Yeah.
just part 4.
So this is season 2. Technically, this is
So
season
But
2,
season
part
2
1.
goes
Right.
to episode 20. So we're not even finished with season 2 yet, technically.
Oh.
So we have 10 more. So then, yeah.
10 more, but not right now.
Oh yeah, so but the first, like part 1 and part 2 were season 1, and then part 3 and 4 will be season 2.
Yes, correct.
Gotcha.
So,
Finally, we're
There
good.
we go.
figure it out, yay!
We promise we'll figure it out.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in all these 5 weeks and joining us on the Ranch After Show. Again, you can find me on all of my social media. My name is Candice Cruz, so find me at Candice R. Cruz.
And you can find me at Taquaila_IM and come back Thursdays at 7 o'clock for Tales at BET on AfterBuzz TV as well.
Guys, I'm Bryce McLeay. You can find me at Bryce Advice on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, it's Bryce Advice.
Bryce Advice, he's got great advice, ladies and gentlemen, so tune in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.